Okay, so we are live now. Welcome to another episode of Entab CampusCare EdTalks, an exclusive platform where we invite pioneers from the education industry to share their years of experience and insights with us. So, before moving forward, let me introduce you to Entab. With an experience of more than 2 decades, Entab has been associated with over 1,500 schools across India, evolving them to become new age digital campuses by providing them mature and futuristic ERP, CRM, and mobile apps. In today's session, we'll discuss about creating a growth environment. We'll understand that how has technology helped in facilitating a growth environment on the internet. We'll also learn that how a growth environment can encourage them to try new things. So to discuss the same, we have a very special guest with us. We have Jayapal Reddy, Principal, Monte International School, Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh. In his educational journey of more than 18 years, Sir is known for his outstanding interpersonal relations, vivid communication skills, receptive nature, multicultural exposure, ready to adopt attitude, and problem solving skills. So, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the unique opportunity for me to join you on this live program. I'll be really obliged to
Thank
be
you
part of this.
so much, sir. So, moving forward, sir, how has technology helped in facilitating the growth environment for students as they're exposed to all information on the internet?
Thank you. That was a wonderful question, ma'am. Let me actually talk a little about what is growth environment, and then we'll go back to the students.
Sure.
Okay. What I feel is today's a volatile environment that we are working for the last probably 3 decades. That's what we feel. And the 3 decades of growth has actually developed an overwhelming pressure, fear, compromising the quality skills among most of the students, even adults.
Hmm.
So with this, what happened is, there's a lot of social changes. There are a lot of economic changes that happened, and people started working for higher performance, top grades, top ranks, or probably you could say, I got a wrong kind of thing. But what happened here is that became an irony. Over the period, especially the last 2 years, taught everybody maybe top rank is not a very convenient to think actually. It is the best is to think about health, the sustainable development, the personality more than the results. That's what exactly put the positive side of the pandemic that we got today. And I personally strongly believe that the more effective when the schools focus on developing a growth culture, in creating a growth environment where the learner, the parent, the teacher, and all other stakeholders are involved so that together everybody grows high. That's what culture that is simply a collection of what is culture here? The collection of beliefs which people build as our behavior. When we all together believe, yeah, growth environment is a culture, we believe in that, we behave accordingly, and we develop together. That's what I believe personally about the growth culture. Now, in the growth environment, I feel there are few components, especially 5 components. The first one, the environment is safe and personal responsibility safe environment. The second, the learning happens to inquiry, curiosity, and transparency in the place of judgment, certainty, self-protection. I am the winner. Not like that. It should be like inquiry, curiosity, transparency. The third, time-limited, measurable, smart goals, smart assessments. That's the third component. And fourth component, I feel, a continuous and comprehensive feedback, analysis and feedback. And finally, whatever we have, that should be shared among each other to grow together. That's what I feel what is a growth environment. Well, coming back to your question, how has the technology facilitate the growth environment for the students as they exposed to a lot of information, right? Now, I feel the question here, what is wrong to have an access to the information? Is it a liability? Or is it something we have to, negate it actually? Why can't we take this access to the environment, access to the information as an asset? We at Monte International School believe turning and we transform this opportunity into an asset to the school, to the student, to the parent, and everybody. How? Here is an answer. In creation of the growth environment for students, an inclusive learning approach has most profound impact on the personal as well as institutional growth. And for that, I feel four are the major characteristics. The first one is committed and visionary leadership,
Okay.
capacity building for the teachers who has ready to competency based education as the recent CBSE growing up, competency education, and creating a right learning infrastructure which is equivalent for everybody, which gives equal opportunities for everybody. I feel access to technology can facilitate and empower these students to build the 21st century skills, which are around critical thinking, problem solving, attention to detail, collaboration, and teamwork. The five skills. Let me remind you: critical thinking, problem solving, attention to detail, collaboration, and teamwork.
Teamwork.
So I feel access to the technology will help to develop these skills because this access this digital access can be utilized to turn the new knowledge to the existing knowledge, the digital world to the real world, student teacher connections, learning space beyond the classroom to the world, individuals to the group and groups to the communities, and most importantly, information to knowledge, and knowledge to the application to the real world. And hence, I believe very strongly access to information on internet to the students is not a liability. If it is used, it is going to be a great asset, because that's how the future is going to be for the students. Because we are talking the students of to 2030 citizens. Not today they might be students. They are going to be 2030 citizens who are going to be living in a different world. That's what I feel as the principal of Monte International School. And we strive for that on paper.
Absolutely right, sir. Very well said, sir. So, sir, moving on, like students have to be pushed and encouraged to do and try something new.
Yeah.
So, sir, like how should teachers and parents push children to try different and new things, making failure normal?
Yeah. Push the students. My question is to you: do you really require to push the young, energetic students to something or pull them towards something? Is it important? The reason is simple. Remember, the word push, you are going to pressure somebody. I don't believe in the pushing of somebody.
Yes.
Here, what I feel is when we create a growth environment, when student is presented with a wider spectrum of opportunities, each learner connects himself at one point. And when such connection occurs, when such connection happens to him, that leads to the invigoration, inquiry, and innovation. And when there is an innovative thought to the mind of a young student, you can never stop. No teacher, no parent can stop him, because the thought has to be, the seed has to be put in his mind. That's enough for him. So we don't need to push anybody here. The other day I was just reading an article about experimenting with the new things. It says something like this. See, no matter what the learner is going to fail at some point or something, but if they go to some new experiment, what are they going to get? For instance, learning to cook new things, what happens at the end of the day? Yeah, the child learns something new to cook, or probably he may burn the food items, or maybe the fingers. It's mandate. Anything's going to happen. That's a learning for him. And second, if they want to learn a dance, okay, fine. The first day he falls over, his steps are wrong. He is most likely to injure at one point when he learns the dancing, or maybe a sport. But the point here is when he reflects on that particular learning, he himself becomes more enthusiastic about that. For instance, like about writing a new object, new article. Many people are reluctant to write something on the paper in the beginning. But as we give them, encouragement, what happens is their dustbin will fill with a lot of thrown papers. But that's fine. That's okay. It is nothing wrong to write wrong, but it is wrong to write nothing. That's what I believe. I repeat, it is nothing wrong to write wrong. It is wrong to write nothing. That's exactly I believe it. So when it is encouraged students, when they don't feel ashamed of trying new things, I don't think that we need to push somebody towards anything, right? And
Absolutely.
also what I feel is here, the baseline when we emotionally connect the students to, or when we enthusiastically connect to a new learning to the students, what happens is he feels to write something new. For example, very simple. Most of the parents criticize my child is playing a video game now, watching TV now. My point is, why don't we turn his time? Why don't we encourage him to develop a new game himself? Probably he might develop a small code game only, but the moment he feels the success, naturally what happens? He wants to develop more. Instead of playing, he become a creator. Why don't you ask him to talk something new and record it and show him himself? He develops automatically the oratory skills. Just break up the routine, take him for a walk and ask him to serve a poor people on the road. He develops a social service attitude. They sit next to the traffic constable for an hour and observe what is going on. Definitely learn something new there. That's how you have to, as a teacher, as a student, as a parent, we have to, encourage. Do not push anybody, do not pull anybody with the stress. Encourage them, connect them. Probably for that, we need to go a little beyond our comfortable zone, a little beyond our cell phone time, a little beyond our regular work time. But if you spend that, it is going to be worth in the life of your child. That's what I strongly believe. No push or no stress, only be with the child to develop. That's what I believe.
Absolutely right, sir. So, sir, moving on to the end of the webinar. So, sir, in your school, like, how do you ensure that not only your students grow, but also your teachers grow and learn?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely teachers are the pioneers in the schooling.
Right.
They are the focal point in the school. Now, yeah, most of the people they talk the child growth, they talk about school growth, economic growth, child holistic development. But the people who does all these things are the teachers. And now, what is the point of the teachers? They have to manage the family, they have to manage the profession, they have to manage the personal life. They are the ones who are most stressed. And I really, really regret to tell, personally, during the last 2 years, the worst affected community, as per my knowledge, in the entire country are the teacher community. That's what I strongly observe because I closely observe them, what they lost. They lost personally, economically, family wise, everything they lost.
Right.
Yet they were never recognized as the frontline warriors. But of course, that's a political matters. I don't want to comment on them. But coming back to the question that you asked, what do we do to encourage
Your teachers.
we at Monte International School, we strongly believe creating the growth environment for our teachers. I already told you, we want to turn the situations into opportunities for my teachers. Like when the pandemic hit in 2019 or 2020, before that, most of my teachers were not digitally literary people. But today, I can strongly say they have learned the digital literacy. Today, they create their own word processing things, they create their own presentations, they create their own classes, everything digitally. They learn because all they need is an opportunity to excel themselves. And as a school, as a part of management, if I am able to provide them that particular opportunity, I'm sure every teacher is ready to explore and endorse for the new generation learners. For example, Zoom WebEx Teams are generally used by most of the teachers in the country. But what I have done for my teachers is I took them not only Zoom and Teams, what we did is we took the learning beyond. I made them to learn many digital apps, Flipgrid, Kahoot, Quizzes, Padlet, or Mentimeter, or word processing online, examinations online. All these things they have explored. Today, our teachers are tech savvy. They are ready to Use them in the classrooms. I don't need to tell this year because, of course, we are expecting next year also in the online. Now they don't need to be told; they are going to straight away use it. So that's how we make them to grow. And today, we encourage them. We encourage the teachers to learn from others, from workshops, from training sessions. The flip side of the pandemic is most of the organizations are giving online workshops to the teachers free of cost. And I have encouraged most of my teachers, and believe me, my teachers in the last 1 year, each one of them attended at least 30 to 40 webinars and training sessions. I'm confident of that. Right? Now, what is the advantage for them? It's all in-house training kind of thing. And they are going to grow themselves. They are going to explore themselves. The world that they haven't seen previously, they have seen now. That's what I feel we turn the opportunities. See, I believe that our teacher, not that our teachers do not want to try new or explore new things. It is that as part of management, we should provide the opportunities and give them a chance to explore. And there is the point. They will do that because any teacher, when he chooses the career as a teacher, is actually a learner.
Absolutely.
That's what we will. And to break from the monotonous life, I feel a step into growth environment because we at Monte International School, we call ourselves as Team Monte. That means together everyone achieves more at Monte. That's what it is. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So thank you so much, Jayapal sir. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights upon this topic, and it was great interacting with you. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. It
Thank
was
you.
lovely talking to you and
Same
hope we
here,
meet
sir.
some often time.
Sure,
Thank you.
sir. Sure, sir. Same. So, and yes, to all our viewers who are watching us, if you haven't subscribed our channel, do subscribe it for regular updates. Till then, stay happy, stay safe.
Thank you.